Hi, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Phoenix real estate market. Specifically, we're going to look at the luxury market of Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale right now is kind of in its summer doldrum, but the entire market right now seems really slow. Some neighborhoods are still selling. A lot of homes are building days on the market. So now let's get into the current stats on the market and see what's available for sale, what's pending, and what's sold in Scottsdale. And don't forget, there's a big difference between North Scottsdale and South Scottsdale. South Scottsdale being the less expensive, more affordable, or way out up north in the Rio Verde area where you're going to find a little bit better pricing. But throughout central Scottsdale, closer into the 101 freeway in South Scottsdale, there's a big difference. Days on market in North Scottsdale are growing quite a bit. You're probably looking at about 120 days on average for those homes. Let's get into this information. Okay, so when we go into the regional MLS, we have 1,204 homes currently on the market in Scottsdale. The least expensive home right now is a two-bed, two-bath, 1,010 square feet for $394,000. And it's currently been on the market for 168 days. And that's one thing that we're seeing right now. You would think anything in Scottsdale, regardless of the size, for that type of price would probably go under contract or get some kind of an offer. And on the higher side in Scottsdale right now, we have a property for $25 million, another one for $24 million, $21 million, $18 million. The first one is a 5-bed, 5.5 bath, built in 2022, and that's at $2,784 a square foot, and it's been on the market for 141 days. Now, some of these luxury properties in Scottsdale that are in this price range are new home construction, and some of them take a couple years to build. And if you look at this one on the map, you can see it's at the far north end of North Scottsdale, up near Carefree and Cave Creek. You can see here on this picture, it's got a beautiful lot. It's separated from some of the other houses and has a lot of privacy. Beautiful views throughout the house, indoor, outdoor living, and most likely for some people, this is going to be a second home. And the one thing that we're seeing a lot more of now is the modern architecture in Scottsdale and Paradise Valley right now. The next thing we're going to look at right here is contingent contracts, and that means that these properties are under contract contingent on the buyers being able to sell their own home. The only reason I'm showing you this in this video is because that's something that most people wouldn't accept, but it's very common in the lower price ranges. I just wanted to see how many homes were on the market right now where the sellers have accepted a buyer that can't buy their home without selling their existing home. And there's 20 of those on the market right now. You can see where they're located on the map. So as a realtor, I've been in these situations before with my sellers. The only time I normally recommend that you take this is if you have a 70% plus chance of the other person's home closing. In other words, it's already listed on the market. Most likely we'd prefer if it has a contract already on it. We'll call the financing people on the project and see if the home is definitely going to go through. We'll try to work backwards a little bit to make sure that this is going to happen before we would accept a contract and take our listing off the market. A lot of people that'll do this in the less expensive homes do it because they have no other buyers, no other options. So the next thing I want to take a look at is our pending and under contract sales. So we have 356 properties that are currently under contract. Now we're going to go look at what's closed in the last 30 days. But normally the trend in Scottsdale is the closer we get to the cooler weather, which is up and coming, we're going to have more properties come on the market and more properties go under contract. So you can see right now, if we had around 1,200 homes on the market in Scottsdale and we're absorbing 356, we're still moving homes. Homes are still selling, but the ratio is much less than it was in the past. And that's one thing that sellers really have to understand right now. You don't list your home and then automatically sell it. You know, that's less than 30% of the homes right now that are actually getting contracts on them. So that's not great, but there are still homes that are selling. So now let's take a look at what closed in the last 30 days. We can see 277. So right now, if we have 352 homes closing, that means the market is slightly up from last month when we had 277 close. Now that's assuming that all 352 close in the next 30 days. It's not guaranteed that that happens, but you can see the trend as we go into the winter months it will start trending up in Scottsdale. So I just wanted to give you an update what we're seeing in the market right now. Most of my luxury clients, the listings, we take them off the market during the summer. We recommend putting them back on after the first of the year, usually right around January 15th after everybody is back. Some communities like Gainey Ranch, people start to come back sooner. They're probably here in November to spend Thanksgiving here, have family and friends come in, play some golf. Other communities, it's just a little bit different. But most of the people that are in the 55 plus age range, a lot of them tend to come back after the first of the year, and then they spend the next 3 or 4 months here. Thanks for watching today. Take a look at some of our other videos. We do a blog article every week and share our content with other people. Have a great day.